Hi, I'm Steve from the Hidden Door store, and I want to tell you about our Bookcase secret door. And really, I want to show it to you so that you can get a better sense than what you would get if you were just looking at photographs online. I want you to be able to see it up close and see the quality and make sure that you feel comfortable that it's going to work for you and that you know what you're getting when you buy from us. So the first thing I want to draw your attention to is the quality of the camouflage. Unlike some other makers of secret doors, the camouflage on this is really amazing, not just from one angle, but from every angle and from up close. If you look here in this gap, this is the gap between the part that moves and the part that doesn't move. Look how tight it is. You cannot see light through there. Same thing at the floor. You could get your eye right down here and it is very, very good camouflage. Same thing here on the sides. Everywhere you look, you cannot tell that this is a secret door. And that's one of the things that makes the Hidden Door store special. Another thing is that all of this is perfectly adjustable. So because houses sometimes settle, humidity can change, things can happen, a door can start to rub later on. And if it does, it could be a big problem for you, but not with a door from the Hidden Door store because they have adjustability built in. So if your foundation was to settle in 5 years from now, you could, in just a few minutes, make a quick adjustment and it would be perfect again, and you wouldn't even necessarily have to call us. Another thing that's interesting you'll notice is that this door operates super smooth. I'm gonna pull it. You pull the book, it self-opens, which is kind of a fun feature. And you'll notice just how smooth it is. It runs on a precision ball bearing, and its weight is not supported by a caster on the floor, which is a mistake that a lot of other companies make or carpenters will make. They'll try to put a wheel on the bottom that will carve an arc in the floor and it will give away the secret door. Not to mention, it makes it feel rickety because there's friction created by that wheel. Ours doesn't have any wheel down there, and it doesn't need a wheel because it has a structural steel support skeleton inside that you never see, but it holds the weight and it prevents this door from sagging. So that's a really key feature and one thing that sets us apart. In addition to the book that I just pulled that has a tilt switch, we offer lots of different switches. This one, for example, inside of the Constitution, we have an alphanumeric keypad, and you'll notice it's totally wireless. So I can have this on the other side of the house, and I enter the correct combination, and the door will pop open. So that's fun. These come in either alder or maple, and you can get a variety of finishes, or you can order them in bare wood condition and you can paint it or stain it to your liking. Also, this one is set up with shaker style recessed panel lower cabinet doors, but they come in a lot of configurations. Some people will get them with wine shelving, or you could get them with glass cabinet doors or lower and upper glass cabinet doors. We even do them with shoe racks and other unique kinds of configurations. Linen cupboards, also very popular if you're putting it like in a laundry room or maybe even a hallway. You could just have linen cupboard doors and it will look natural in that space. Okay, I want to show you some of the key features also on the back side of this door. So I'm going to walk through and I want to show you the locking. So this has a fail-secure electric strike, meaning it does not require electricity to stay locked. So although we offer it with a battery backup so that you can have continued functionality if there's a power failure, it's not going to immediately unlock. That being said, we don't want you to ever have to worry about, oh, could I get stuck inside of my secret room? So there's a manual release valve or a manual release latch right here, and you just pull that latch and the door will self-open. This door requires electricity because it uses a wireless fob to open it. But if you don't want to have it use electricity, they can run on AA batteries only, and then it's completely independent of your building's power supply. But if you select that option, it just means that you can't have a wireless remote control. You open it using a handheld magnet. This one does use electricity, and you can see we put an outlet up there and the power supply just plugs into the outlet. That's pretty typical because most people are using these for storage rooms, and it's acceptable to have an outlet there. However, if you want to use this for, say, a secret smoking room or an entrance to a bedroom or something like that, you might want a higher level of finish inside the secure area, and you might not want to see that outlet with the power supply there And if that's the condition that you're in, then you can tell us when you place your order in the special instructions that you would like to hardwire your bookcase door. And if you do that, then we will supply a junction box up in here, and so you can just have a 120 volt AC pigtail that hangs down through the center of the header, and you can hardwire it in, and you don't have to have an outlet there. So hopefully this answers any questions that you might have about this product, and you can feel comfortable that it's the right product for you. But if you have any other questions, please give us a call at the Hidden Door Store. We would love to answer any questions that you have.